Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into one of the most shocking and strategically significant events in recent months, the strike on the Crimean Bridge that Moscow didn't expect. The bridge, officially known as the Kerch Bridge, is not just a piece of infrastructure but a powerful symbol of Russia's control over Crimea. Since its construction after the annexation of Crimea in 2014, it has been celebrated by Russia as a major engineering achievement, linking the Russian mainland with the peninsula. For Ukraine, however, the bridge has always represented occupation, a reminder of lost territory, and a vulnerable target in the ongoing conflict. This strike has shaken not only the military calculus but also the political narrative Moscow tried to build around its unshakable grip on Crimea. From the exterior perspective, the bridge itself is an imposing structure, stretching nearly 19 kilometers across the Kerch Strait. Built to withstand heavy traffic, including both civilian and military transport, it was designed to serve as a lifeline between Russia and Crimea. Its towering arches and sturdy concrete foundations gave the impression of permanence, a link that couldn't be broken. Yet the strike exposed how vulnerable even such heavily fortified projects can be under the pressure of modern warfare. The damage was visible, from burning railcars on the train side of the bridge to collapsed sections on the roadway, showing the world that this massive project, though monumental in scale, could still be disrupted by precise and daring attacks. The exterior may have looked strong, but the strike demonstrated how appearances can be deceiving when it comes to strategic assets. Turning briefly to the interior, the bridge's design incorporated dual lanes for road traffic and a parallel railway system. Inside the structure, reinforced materials, control systems, and sensors were embedded to monitor stress levels and maintain structural safety. While the layout was meant to ensure both efficiency and resilience, the strike proved that even the most advanced internal features were not immune. The fire and explosions inside the railway section highlighted how quickly interior safety measures can collapse under the force of a powerful strike. The interior may have been built for function, but war doesn't respect design intentions. Performance-wise, the Crimean Bridge was critical to Russia's logistical operations. Before the strike, it carried thousands of vehicles daily and served as a direct supply line for military equipment, fuel, food, and reinforcements heading into occupied southern Ukraine. Its ability to handle both heavy freight and military convoys gave Moscow a strong advantage, ensuring a steady flow of resources to its frontline positions. However, once the strike occurred, performance was immediately disrupted. Sections of the bridge had to be closed, traffic rerouted, and the smooth flow of military supplies was cut off. This disruption didn't just affect one day's operations but created a ripple effect across Russia's war effort, forcing them to rely more on vulnerable sea routes and slower, longer land alternatives. The performance that once symbolized strength turned into a glaring weakness when its continuity was interrupted. In terms of safety features, the bridge was touted as highly secure. Moscow invested heavily in defense systems, including anti-sabotage patrols, air defense units stationed nearby, and constant surveillance of the waters below. The idea was to create a protective shield around the bridge, making it nearly impossible for adversaries to carry out a successful attack. Yet, the strike proved that no safety net is perfect. Whether it was a drone, a missile, or a carefully planned explosive device, the fact remains that the bridge's defense systems failed at a crucial moment. The safety measures that had been publicized as foolproof turned out to be inadequate, raising questions about Russia's ability to secure other critical infrastructure across the region. This failure became not just a technical setback but a symbolic blow to Russia's narrative of control and protection. When looking at the unique selling points of the Crimean Bridge, Moscow often presented it as both a civilian and military achievement. On one hand, it was promoted as a lifeline for the people of Crimea, connecting them to the Russian mainland, boosting trade, tourism, and cultural integration. On the other hand, its true value lay in its military importance. It allowed Russia to move troops, weapons, and supplies with speed and efficiency that would have been impossible otherwise. The bridge was also a political symbol, showing the world Russia's determination to hold Crimea indefinitely. But what made it unique also made it a prime target. Ukraine recognized that striking this bridge would not only damage logistics but also deliver a powerful psychological and political message. The attack turned the bridge's unique selling points into vulnerabilities, as the very features that made it valuable also made it an irresistible objective for Ukraine's military planners. When discussing the price, it's not just about the billions of dollars Russia spent on construction and maintenance but also about the cost of the strike itself. Financially, rebuilding damaged sections and restoring full functionality will be a massive burden on Moscow's already strained wartime economy. But the greater price is political and military. Russia's reputation for strength and invulnerability took a major hit. The Kremlin had used the bridge as a symbol of permanence, but the strike undermined that narrative in front of the global audience. There's also the human cost to consider: casualties from the explosions, disrupted civilian travel, and the psychological toll on both sides of the conflict. The price of this attack far exceeds infrastructure damage. It resonates through military strategy, political discourse, and international perception. In conclusion, the strike on the Crimean Bridge was not just an attack on a physical structure but a blow to Moscow's confidence and image. The exterior may have seemed indestructible, but the strike revealed cracks in both the bridge and Russia's broader war strategy. The interior systems, though advanced, could not withstand the ferocity of conflict. Performance, once smooth and reliable, turned into chaos with a single strike. Safety features, heavily advertised, proved insufficient when tested under real conditions. The unique selling points that made the bridge a source of pride turned it into a perfect target, and the price Russia is paying is both material and symbolic. For Ukraine, the attack represented a bold demonstration of capability and determination, showing that even Russia's most cherished assets are vulnerable. For the international community, it became a stark reminder that in modern warfare, no symbol of power is beyond reach. The Crimean Bridge strike will go down as one of the defining moments in this conflict, reshaping the strategic landscape and reminding us all of the unpredictability of war.